For it is Monday, the day of all days, cursed with the beginning of the work week. A day hated because it was smited down with the gift of being the first day most people go back to work. We feel sorry for you, Monday. Sunday ain't done too bad either. It ain't doing too well. Because Sunday is the day before Monday. I think they get a bad rap. They need new publicists. Maybe they need to hire new agents Monday and Sunday. Okay. We're going to talk about the whole Millie mess. The Millie Molly Dilly Dally whole mess. Because I've been thinking about this since I saw the article. Plus, I've had some folks pass me a few messages on this. If Millie's leaving after one series, then why was she seen during the first filming block of season 2 of the new era? So that right there don't make any sense. Plus, from what I'm being told, Verada Sethu was called in to appear in one episode in the series 1 filming. So, how did we get replacement from that? Because nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And like I said, Nicola Methvin, though more right than wrong regarding Doctor Who Matters, has missed the boat, so to say, on a few times. So it's could be she got this wrong. But until the BBC announce it or we see it on screen, we can't really, go crazy about it. All right? And by the way, it is 19 degrees Fahrenheit here in the parking lot. So, not as cold as last week, but it's getting there. So, like I said, we don't have all the facts. We don't have all, of the story. And also, I'm loving how, as I showed you, if you've looked at the community page, that's just one channel that is suddenly commenting on everything, like they watch everything they belittle. The Rotten Canal Show, or whatever they're calling themselves this week. And like I said, notice how the hair is slicked back, the face looks kind of a little wet, like they just popped out of mom's vagina. Like I said, but yet suddenly they're an expert on everything. The one that had me laughing, though, is how the BBC is fudging the numbers. Oh, God, that was Clone Head or whatever. Clone Farce, whatever you want to call that channel. It's like the BBC don't make the numbers. The BARB is a totally separate institution. I have only owned in my lifetime a couple of suits. One was, I wore it a handful of times and then never saw it again. And the other one was one I bought at a thrift store for a cosplay I did for a convention. And that was it. And that was back in 2006. And that's the last suit I ever owned, and I bought it for a costume, for a cosplay. No, there's no reason to have any negative vibes. We do not know, even if Millie Gibson is leaving. You see, as I said before, she's been seen during filming for Series 2, at least in Block 1 of Series 2. So, plus Verada Sethu, as far as we know, has only been brought on. We've seen her filming an episode. We've not seen anything to prove the narrative that Millie's leaving and she's being replaced. Like I said, we have little to no facts. All we have are speculation and assumptions. So, and you know what you say when, the old saying about when you assume something, if no one's taught you that one. So be very, very careful. Like I said, we have little to no facts on this case. So, well, yeah, she's on vacation. I wish I was in Costa Rica. I bet it's not 19 degrees Fahrenheit in Costa Rica. Ugh. Well, the thing is with that post was that's a picture that was taken a long time ago. Okay? That's a picture of him and Millie from when they were filming the Beatles episode. So that really didn't help the case. A lot of people are saying, well, this is the fit. No, that's an old photo. I think I fixed it. Okay, I fixed it. I love that you're not even allowed to say the word ass without the YouTube thing jumping in. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, there are far worse things in the world that can be said. Now, if it was like the see you next Tuesday word, I can understand, but come on, really? Ass? Oh. Then again, you're not allowed to say words like murder. You're not allowed to say words like rape. You're not allowed to say words like kill. Like right here, just the fact that I said those words will get this video investigated. Ugh. No, I could care less if Yoko Ono visits. Not that Yoko Ono was the death knell of the band. That's a story that's been blown out of proportion over time, but talentless. I'm sorry, but I've heard cats have sex with better harmony, shrieking, than Yoko will ever have. I'm not kidding. Oh. I'm sorry, but after the bit with Chuck Berry, if I was John, her butt would have been back on a plane to wherever she came from. I don't care what planet it is. You finally get to meet one of your heroes. Wasn't it Chuck Berry? It was it Chuck Berry? When he got to appear on that show with, and they start jamming, and all of a sudden you're, I'm like, and I'm like, I have never willed physical violence on anybody. But that was a sound that made me want to reach for the nearest 2x4. And that's a sound I would play in my, if I had rodents in the yard or something, I'd put a speaker in one of the gopher holes and let that play. Guarantee you there'd be no living creature underground for. I know, we were just talking about that, Fraser. Yeah, the fact that we have little to no facts on this. And somehow we wound up on Yoko Ono. Oh, that's right, because of the picture Shooty put up. That's from the Beatles filming, of the Beatles episode, as we call it. And, she's been seen filming the first block of Series 2. And it could be, she's just taking some time off, like I said, for now. And we have no actual proof that she's leaving. And also, even if she was, why are these guys out there like the Reaper, tolling on a bell? She's ditched the show. Doctor Who was not woke enough. So they fired Millie. That's the other one I heard. I'm like, wait a minute. You hold the phone. But I'm not kidding. These guys out there in the world are lucky that there is literally so much bullshit on YouTube that it's impossible to sort out any nuggets of truth from the mass. It is literally, piled high and so deep that we're talking, the size of a continent. It would reach out further than Mount Everest into the sky. It's so. Yep, and that's the only reason these guys are getting away with it, because I guarantee you, the minute they were slapped with a cease and desist or a lawsuit, these kids would run screaming with their tails tucked between their legs, back straight to Mama and Dada's house. But it's not going to happen. A, they're not worth the BBC's time. B, even if you reported it, it's like there's so many of this. There's so much crap out there now. It's hard to sort through it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to run a wipe everything. It's like I said, I'm getting tired of it. The one thing I can't stand anymore on Facebook, though, sitting there scrolling, and sure enough, all of a sudden, there's either a young girl walking around in bikinis on shorts, the Facebook, knockoff of TikTok, or I look up and there's this older lady wearing things that you shouldn't wear in public. And it's not that the lady's unattractive, it's just, A, I hate the ones because they're like not even old enough to be my granddaughter. And B, the other ones, it's just smut. I'm like, guys, I'm just trying to read my Facebook page, for crying out loud. Ugh. Sadly, integrity and all that died because it makes a lot more money if you sling bullshit. Muckraking has always been a good way to make money in the press and all that, even before there was an internet. So, all we can say is this: we're going to sit back, we're going to wait, and let the cards fall where they may, let the chips fall where they may, because until we see an announcement of some kind, which probably ain't going to happen, then there's no reason to go crazy. Well, folks, I just looked at the time. I have got to get up and get going inside. So please, be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll see you all on the flip side. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good one. I'm off to work. Have a good day.